It's been 2 months since your hometown, Eidos, was ripped from its own reality and placed in a new world. The Eidosians are calling it Horizon. Untamed and uncharted, it presents both risk and opportunity for all. Rangers, mages, and warriors all eagerly answer the call. Not all who have gone in search of fame and fortune have returned. There are many dangers lurking in the dark. Horrors from other dimensions summoned to Horizon as you were. Still, there is hope. There are friendly faces in Eidos, always willing to aid you in your journeys. And in the back of your mind burns the unanswerable question: who brought Eidos to this strange place called Horizon, and why?
Hey folks, welcome to our town hall. If we had to say the town halls that we have, this one is the chonker. This is the one where you're going to get to see a live gameplay playthrough by our one and only Sandwich Punch. So we're really excited to share that with you guys today. Before we get to that, oh, I should have asked for the poll results. Sorry, I totally spoiled that. Yeah, Sandwich Punch. If you saw the poll here, I'm not bitter at all. But thanks to the 2 people who voted for me. But Sandwich Punch will be playing through with us, and we'll be kind of backseat driving with him today. So before we get into that, though, I want to share a few things. Couple of important dates. Let's not forget the Genesis Hero Mint is May 27th. So we're almost there. We have even more reason to give our viewers some more whitelist spots. So look out for that hashtag that you'll see during the stream, and stay tuned during the full town hall to learn how you can win. And again, please like, retweet this video, follow us on Twitter, like and subscribe on YouTube, and make sure you join the Discord so you can keep up to date as we get really close to Mint here. Keep in mind, again, Mint is the 27th and the game launch is the 31st. So we're very close here. Will Sandwich Punch have a chonker of stage fright? No way. No beard granite looks different. Yes. Yeah. You know, my wife made me shave it here, so that's what you get. All right. So active campaigns. We've got a couple of active campaigns here. The first one is our invite and win contest. Now we're getting really close. This snapshot will be taken very soon. So if you want, go ahead and invite new players to the Discord to earn raffle tickets for when they stay. Snapshot will be taken at an undisclosed time, but it's coming up very soon since the mint is T-minus 9 days away. And keep in mind, the reward for this, for inviting people to the Discord and having them stay, is a drawing for actual Genesis heroes, not just a whitelist. So that's a big reward there. Make sure you get those invites out. Second one is our trivia and win campaign to win some whitelist spots. We have with none other than Gatrino. So again, stay tuned for that next week, where you'll have the opportunity to earn a whitelist spot for the top 3 scores. All right, with that, I'm going to introduce our guests for today, which are Bloater Punch and Sandwich Punch. So welcome again, guys.
Yo.
Hey guys.
We're glad to have you. And like I said, I'm not bitter at all, Sandwich.
Well, turns out having 60 alt Twitter accounts ended up paying off.
Exactly. All All right, cool. Hey, before we get into what people are really excited for, Bloater, can you tell us a little bit about what folks can expect? There's been some questions about bridging funds to Arbitrum. What are some of the upcoming spaces we're working on, et cetera?
Okay, so do you want me to address bridge funds specifically?
Yeah, is there going to be content that's going to be coming out to?
There will be Dragons Crossing sponsored content that will help address any of the frictions related to getting funds from wherever you have them to ARB USDC, which is what the mint would be in.
Mhm.
So we will have that as we lead up to launch. So no one should be confused by mint day how to get funds to into ARB USDC. It's pretty simple. I move funds myself. I was looking at some other projects on ARB, and it was pretty painless. I did it through Synapse, but we'll have a explanation of that.
And
Got
let me
it.
tell you guys, if Bloater Punch says it's pretty easy. I can't tell you how many times at the beginning he was like, dude, can you just move it for me and I'll Venmo you? Like, please.
It's true. It's true.
So with that, what else can people expect? Like we're basically a little over a week from launch, in terms of additional content, things that might be coming up between now and then.
Yeah, we're pushing for additional partnerships. We're pushing for additional project partnerships. We're talking, we're trying to get the word out. We're looking at some paid some paid advertisements through some critical crypto channels, like getting the word out. So there's a lot happening this last week, 2 weeks. So yeah, that's a lot of activity leading up to the mint here.
Awesome. So tune in every day, guys. There's going to be a lot of content coming out between now and then.
Some
Awesome.
alpha drops too.
Oh yeah. Some key information will be coming out here. So before we jump in, so for the agenda today, just so you guys know, we're going to do a quick Q&A, just very brief, because we really want to dedicate the bulk of our time here to actually playing through the game, because that's what we're all really excited about. Before we get to that Q&A here for a few questions, want to do our giveaway. So anyone who comments #Don'tDie in the chat today on YouTube will be eligible to win one of 2 whitelist spots for Genesis Hero. So we'll draw the winners at the end. So #Don'tDie, and let's hope Sandwich Punch can pull it off.
All right, we ready? I'm gonna
Oh,
share this.
hold on. We a couple
Or
of
we're waiting till after.
yeah.
Yeah, we'll Q&A
first.
All
Yeah,
right.
the Q&A first.
Okay, cool. So couple of key questions, mainly pertaining to the mint, that I wanted to ask here. So first one for you, Bloater Punch. Folks said, hey, look, mint date's approaching. Discord user base is about 1,500. Do you have a target for that in mind in terms of what a successful mint and game launch looks like? If it doesn't mint out in 5 minutes, what does that mean? Maybe talk to us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so obviously we can't tell the future. All we can do is try and generate additional visibility to the project, and we have no idea how the mint will go. So the only way to ensure a better mint is just to drive visibility, which we're trying to do. We've been doing that for a while. We're going to focus on that in these last few days leading up to the launch. In terms of other factors, I think, like myself, me and Sandwich Punch were talking about this. Like when we were in projects, we wouldn't really engage or participate or sometimes even really be around until maybe the day before or day of launch. So I think there is a portion of people who we'll see show up as we're like right at launch. So I think we will see a nice boost there as the hype grows, like, okay, it's actually happening. There's some people who just don't want to hang out in the Discord for 8 weeks or 10 weeks or whatever. So I think we'll see a boost there. So, and again, was the question how to define success?
Well, no, I mean, I think you answered it well. I think the other question is, let's say it's 24 hours and, there's 1,500 heroes minted out of 2,500. What does that mean for the project? Does it, are we sunk, or is there,
so
if it happens in 2 weeks, are we fine?
Yeah. So we have some big news coming out regarding some things that would touch or answer this a little better. But I would say from a high level, no, 1,500 is not terminal at all. Obviously, we'd love to mint out. If we mint 1,200 heroes, I think there's still a really feasible path forward to provide growth for the project and to ensure like stability moving forward. So yeah, obviously I want to mint 2,500 heroes, but the project is still fine even if we mint significantly less. And then we'll take steps to I think again, let's just say we minted 1,200 heroes. One thing I think that's really nice is remember we're not minting and then developing for 2 years. The proof will be in the pudding, I believe. So if there's a weaker mint than we expect, which would be super unfortunate, what the good news is as gameplay comes out, as people see the game and play the game and have fun and potentially earn rewards based on their gameplay, I think that word will also serve to boost the mint as it goes forward in the case of an unfortunate situation where we don't mint out. I think it's also really possible we do mint out in a very quick amount of time. So we're just trying to anticipate all scenarios and make sure we have a playbook to address those.
Yep.
But we're all really excited about the mint. We think it's going to be awesome. So
Awesome. Okay. Related to the mint, a question that folks have asked is, what will the season participation fee be in USD?
So we're not going to announce that yet. We want to make sure we get it right. We don't want to announce it and pull back. And again, there's some other announcements that could affect that. Overall, the season participation fee will be reasonable. It will be well thought out. We don't want to jump the gun, announce it, and change it. So we want to make sure when we announce it and position it, it's correct and it's positioned well. So overall, I would say there's a lot of thought going into it. We want to make sure it feels good and that it's appropriate for the potential upside of playing and winning and gaining rewards.
Okay, awesome. One more mint related question. So with the boosted mint, for example, what does that look like? How does the discount work? Actually, you know what? I know this is a total audible. I don't know if we've shown this yet or we can. Should we show people what the mint looks like?
Well, that's not what it looks like. What you're talking about isn't what it's going to look like because that's imposed on. It won't look correct to them. That won't be the final feel. So
Okay.
Probably don't show that. What Granite's referring to is we have some scaffolding in place so that the team can mint and play the game, which we've been doing. But I don't really want to show that because that's not what you guys would see at the end. It's close, but it's not quite. So, but let's talk about boosted. So really quick, boosted mint means you're paying an additional extra fee on top of the mint cost, but you're getting some special benefits. Granted, if you want to pull up, we can pull up the website and just really briefly hit those benefits.
Or Brown Jen, if you could. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, so scroll down and you see, okay, so if you choose the random mint, you don't get to choose your class or gender. The boosted mint you do. In addition, there is a secret soon to be announced. It will be announced before the mint. I anticipate it coming out in the next couple of days. There is a additional benefit, kind of like a raffle system. So if you end up doing the boosted mint, you'll be entered into a raffle for a very special prize, which is yet to be announced. We're really proud of this prize. We think it's like really unique and awesome. And it's not just cosmetic like it would be. I think it would be really exciting for the community as well. So not only do you get to choose your class, you get to choose your gender, you get entered into a raffle for this really cool thing we're going to announce pre-mint, but you also increase the odds of getting higher rarity. The floor rarity for Genesis Heroes is rare, but the odds of getting either mythic or legendary go up on the boosted mint. So those are some really good reasons to select the boosted mint.
And significantly so, your 50% percent increase in terms of your chance to get a mythic relative to what you had before.
That's right.
From 5% to 7.5%. So awesome. Relatedly to the mint, one of the questions was, when I go to mint for boosted, do I have to pay for boosted first and then I get to choose, or do I get to choose? How will that work?
So you will choose what you want and then click mint, and it would mint your.
Got it, and push that transaction through.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Okay. All right. So with that, and then you answered the last question, I think, that Katrina had shared with us, which was when would the last benefit be revealed. So stay tuned. It's coming up here shortly. Anything else that we should cover or add, Sandwich or Bloater, with respect to the mint?
So just a reminder, if you hold the whitelist, you're getting a 50% discount on the heroes. We're setting the floor of discounts available at 300. So if there's 400 whitelists activated before the mint, there'll be 300 discounts open. So I'm setting the floor at 300. So again, 50% chance, pretty good odds to get it. Overall, whitelist I think is a big deal. So
okay. I know Kung Fu. Seems like boosted mint will be slower and may factor in terms of speed to get those whitelist discounts.
I don't
what do you
really
think?
know. What does that mean? I'm not.
I think he means like slower in terms of transaction time, or maybe it'll take more time because you got to select your hero.
I mean, just based off of the testnet minting, it's a matter of just clicking gender race and then boom.
Oh, I see what he's saying. I don't think that's the case. Although you can mint up to 5, although that has nothing to do with the whitelist. You can't mint more than 1 on the whitelist. You can mint up to 5 on the public mint, and that will slow you down, obviously, because you're minting a bunch. But that's it.
Got it. And you like the way I say boosted? How do I say boosted? Well, I appreciate it.
This. We'll record your boosted and put it in game as like a potential audio file for something happening. Or when you boost, we should play that audio file.
When you level up, boosted. All right. All right. With that, all right. No one wants to hear us talk anymore. I think we want to see the action. So who's ready for this? All right. Let's just jump right into it. Sandwich Punch. Let's take it away here.
So I've got 2 characters. One just started and one that's level 3. I wanted to show you my level 19 character, but Bloater Punch shut that down. So can't show you what all the good stuff looks like. But let's get this up here. Which one do you guys want me to start with?
So what are our options? And by the way, if you guys have any more questions while you're watching the stream, either as pertaining to the stream or just in general, I'll field those as we play through. What are our options again, Sandwich?
One of these 2. The Warrior is level 1, and this Thirst Trap is level 4.
Maybe, and you can also just talk through this, or we can talk through this here. So this is the hero select screen. You guys have seen this before. You know, if you flip the card over, we'll show you the stats of that character. We'll go into those kind of different details. You'll notice he's got 2 different heroes here that are play, and so those are registered. And so when you register for a season, it'll reflect that you can play. If you haven't registered yet, it'll be clear that you need to click the button to register for the season. So, which one?
Let's just we'll go with this level 1. Just kind of give you like you're thrown into Eidos. I was in the Adventuring Guild, so let me head out. So I think
we want to zoom out a little bit. I feel like this is not usually the way they would see the screen.
Yeah. I go full screen here. So yeah, we've got. Let me just kind of give you. I've done 3 of my daily quests so far, so you can see that down here at the bottom. We're at 12 out of 15. When you start the game, you start with some basic gear, and I equipped it, and you'll see a couple extra pieces here because I did go and do a few combat quests before, and we'll go do some more here and try to discover the next zone, see what kind of lore encounters there are. And I think what would be really helpful, because I don't think most of the community knows about this yet, because it'll be part of the game docs, is maybe we can explain to them how some of the stats work, Bloater Punch, and how.
Okay, so a couple things. So mouse over this item. And let me just check one thing. Just hold your horse. I just want to check one thing. Give me like 10 seconds. I just want to validate something before I misspeak. Let's see. Items.
While he's looking that up.
What item is that? Go back to your ring. I just want to confirm something. What item is that?
Stubborn Iron Ring.
Okay, wait. Stubborn Iron Ring. Let's just check this. Hold, please. We're holding. Okay. What? You have charisma on that?
Yep.
Okay, so this is how rarity works. So when the item drops, it rolls a bunch of different rolls. It like generates a bunch of different rolls based on like the template of the item. So that item actually has no charisma on it usually. Okay. So it's going to roll. It's going to be like, give it some crit, whatever the item template says. So it might say this is going to have 0 to 2 agility or 1 to 3 crit or whatever. But then because it's rare, it gets to roll an additional random stat. So, and that roll can either say boost an existing stat or provide it a new stat. In this case, it got provided charisma because of its rarity. So that's how rarity works on items. In terms of what some of these stats do, I mean, do you want me to go through all of them right now? Maybe we start playing.
Yeah, maybe we as we're playing through. So I'll head out of town. So my only options at this point are to go back to town or explore the Enchanted Fields.
And keep in
Go
mind,
ahead.
this is a level 1 character, so that's why it's pretty limited at this point.
Yeah, once you get to the late game, you've got a lot of different options when you get into some of these other zones. But like right now, it's just this is the equivalent of if you've seen the WoW movie where you're farming pigs outside of town.
Yeah, there you go.
And you know what? I forgot to
turn
on
voice.
So there's some settings that Sandwich Punch is going to mess with here. Did you turn on voice and did you turn on roll?
I turned auto roll off.
Yeah, leave
and
auto
I
roll
put
off,
voice
yeah.
on.
Okay, so as players, you may or may not want to have to roll your dice. We like rolling dice, so we turned it on. It's a feel. I'm going to answer some. Why don't you attack and then I'll answer some questions for you.
I live for this.
So and one thing is like you saw he got a hit first, and that's because he has faster quickness than me, right?
So initiative is determined at its derivative of your quickness. So even if you have a lower quickness, you might sometimes be able to go first, but it is derivative. So higher quickness means higher likelihood of going first. You rolled a 2 with your weapon, which is a 1d6 weapon, which means your weapon does 1 6-sided worth of damage, but you also do some bonus damage because of your stats. Let's look at his damage. Was there any factors there?
Nope,
No, he
just rolled a 1.
Nope, no factors.
Just
Okay.
got rugged.
I live for this.
And if you turn the auto roll off, guys, like you can fly through this stuff. But,
Yeah. Or if you turn it on, rather.
Yeah, sorry, turn auto roll
Nice,
on.
you're hitting like a truck.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a nice weapon and he's got some high stats, so nice damage.
So, Bloater Punch. Here's my inventory. When that 3 bonus damage? What is that coming from?
So go to your character sheet. Okay, so you're a warrior, which means your bonus damage is baked off of your strength, and you have 13 strength, and 13 means you're getting 1 additional strength above your base from your items, which is why it's 13 out of 12. And so your strength overall is providing the 3 bonus damage. As your strength increases, your bonus damage is on like a schedule. So at 20 strength, you might do 5 bonus damage. At 30 strength, you might do 7 bonus damage, something like that.
Awesome. All right, so hold on, I got a question here from James Griffin from Flu here. He's asking, do I roll whether I hit or not? And the answer is yes. That first one you see, you've got a chance to hit, and you may miss.
Another hit like
So,
that, and
yeah.
your blade.
Right there, it
will
just said parry. You want to talk about parry?
So notice there was a parry indicator there. So you have a chance to parry. Parry is baked off of mostly items, some stats affected very small. And so you parried his hit. And so that's why he rolled a 2, but he did 1 damage. Parry reduces damage by 50%.
Got it. Yeah, okay, and you can see that he parried for 1 there.
Runic
So
Axe.
see, they both missed. Although the monster cast a special ability called Runic Axe, which reduces your parry by 50% for 2 rounds. So you may parry less.
Yep, and that shows up here in the status effects box in the middle.
Okay, let me hit some. So
Come
there was a
taste
question
my
earlier.
blade.
What does hero rarity do? Hero rarity essentially just increases
Looks
the
like
odds.
you were the chosen one, not me.
Ah, for Eidos and glory.
Nice.
Hero rarity influences. Oh, you got rugged on items. No items. Sorry. So hero rarity influences the NFT drop rate. So if you're a rarer hero, more NFTs will drop. There was another question after that. Hold on, let me scroll back up. Oh, are they tradable? They're not tradable unless they're NFTs.
I can't wait to rummage through your
I'm gonna
things.
turn these down. I'll turn it down.
Some people say
Sorry, there was another one. Where is that?
flowers. Obviously, they never picked up a blade.
Are these items tradable or transferable between characters? You can. There's a mechanism whereby you can use quests to trade items between heroes.
No, but those
Um,
heroes have to be on the same wallet.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, maybe that's what they were asking.
I can show the shared stash too.
I catch your blade.
So we've got. So again, keep in mind this is like his level 1 character, so there's not quite as much happening. He can use the skill, and you can demonstrate that here.
Yeah, so I've got 3 uses of overhand chop, and I'll head back to Adventuring Guild and show you how I allocate those. Because on a daily basis, I can move them around and choose different ones. But this rolls a 1d12 dice, and this happens before your attack.
Overhand shot.
So I'm gonna hit. You'll see a hit for 7, and then the attack phase.
Nice.
At least let me see.
And that also
something
just
your
you'll get a
way.
notification here when you hit level up. So I've got. You're getting. Do you want to explain how experience works, Bloater Punch?
Yeah, so when you kill a monster, you get experience. If you have enough experience, you can level up. You get the indicator on the next to the quest icon, and then you can go to the Adventuring Guild and level up. To enter a season, you do have to pay the season entry fee because your rewards are baked per hero. So if you entered with 10 heroes and you did really well, your rewards would be 10x.
So I'm putting 2. I'm definitely putting 2 into strength. That's my main stat. Gives me DPS and chance to parry. I like. Let's do some charisma. That's kind of a cool feature. And then hit points. 1 hit point costs 2 stat points, right? So I'm probably gonna go
one
with.
hit point costs 2, so you got to be. But you rolled a 4, which is a sweet roll, so you have 6 points to allocate.
So strength's the easy decision for me. That's straight damage. Charisma impacts the ability to persuade enemies, which is a cool feature. And then I'm gonna go. Wisdom impacts dodge chance. Agility impacts crit chance, and quickness impacts initiative and ability to flee. This warrior has really high quickness. I'm gonna go with crit. Actually, yeah, crit.
Okay, so you're leveled up. Go to your character screen. You can see you're level 2. Your stats, so your 2 is right there in your top corner. Your stats have increased, so you're a little stronger, and now you have a full XP bar.
Yep.
And
So
PS.
huge thing. If you when we were doing the blitz the other night, this is like because you can really waste quests. If you get your little like dial down here that says, "Hey, it's time to level up," but you go and keep questing, you're essentially wasting quests because you're not getting any experience for it.
Why don't you go to the shared stash?
Actually, let's do this. I had an item on this lady.
This
And-
lady.
I wanted to put. Ooh, look at all these goodies. So this is a 2-handed warrior weapon, 1d10, had some parry rate.
Let's call out on that weapon. You can't use that on this hero. Why? It's red because it's a warrior only
ranger.
weapon, right?
Yep. Actually, let me check out some of these.
And
Yeah,
I
I'm gonna
will
put
say,
this in
having
the
having
stash.
played through this, right, and
Wait, go to the stash now and show them.
It's there. And by the way, that took 2 quests to deposit that. It used 2 quests.
Okay.
On this guy.
so can you pick it up in the other guy now?
Yes. So I'm back at the shared stash, and I can move it, and that also consumes 2 quests. That took 4 quests to transfer an item to this person. So right now I've got a 1d6, and actually I have 1 bonus damage. So that was part of one of the. That's pretty sweet. So that essentially means it's
Yeah.
like a 2 to 7
It's a
damage.
2D. It's a 1d6 plus 1. Yeah.
I'm gonna go with this 1d10 though, and
Awesome.
we'll head back out.
So
The
keep in mind.
forest which rings the wild prairie is lush and wondrous. The trees look unfamiliar, and some of the
So,
edge appear
I'm going to talk over our narrator.
You step in, you hear
This is you've
the
discovered a new
sound
tile
of
somewhere you can go. This is a new
the
zone.
wind brings
And
the
so the
smell
lore of the
of
game is
change.
narrated
The
by this guy
forest
named
must be
Acheron.
from a world
and you can hit leave here,
You catch flashes of
and you can ask him a question about the lore of the
This traveler
game.
is strange, alien, even for this new frontier of Horizon.
So let's ask him a
Emotions
question
for
real
you to
quick. I don't
dump
want
onto
to.
him.
I mean, like they
Not
can go
from
through the
around
lore.
here.
You don't want to. Okay.
You can call us travelers. We
want me to
protect
just-
the realm.
and we'll
No,
just
end
these
it there.
dragons.
Won't
So
spoil
you
that.
just met. That's how we deliver the lore through the game, is through that narrator. He's someone who follows you throughout the game. His name's Acheron, and he has to do with the overall plot of the game, which you'll learn more about as you go into the game. So Sandwich Punch just left the Wild Prairie. That's Zone 1, and he just discovered Zone 2. Now take note, in Zone 2, there's a couple more tiles, right? It's a little more nuanced. As the game continues and progresses, you can discover more tiles, different things happening on some of these tiles.
Something interesting to note here too is when I jumped over to Mysterious Forest, that consumed a quest, right?
So a big part of your season success is managing your quests. In theory, Sandwich Punch is only 6 quests away from being done with this play session. So you've always got to manage your quests. And when we did the Team Blitz, it's like you're constantly thinking, should I go back? Is it worth it to go back? So a huge question, a huge resource management dilemma
Exactly.
is how to manage quests.
What I should have done, this was really stupid for me to go. I should have. I can reset the daily here, but for example, I go back before I went to Mysterious Forest the first time. I should have healed up because now.
Right now, now you'd have to
Kind of
go
wasted
fight,
that.
heal, go back. I'm thinking maybe just the 33% here,
Yeah.
right?
So 33% heal costs 1 quest. 100% heal costs 2 quests. I don't really need the 100%, so I'm gonna try and save 1 quest. Just hit the
Every now
33.
and then, even my
Head back out. See, so I essentially took three quests to go back and heal. It would have cost me 1 if I just healed before I left. So let's see what Sylvan Woodlands.
Are you sure you want to fight me?
So we're starting to get harder guys. They're level 5. Do you want to explain kind of what the modifiers on the monsters mean?
obviously
So
they've
you
never
notice,
been
you see this
played.
where they say deadly. There's a it's called monster personality, and every monster has a different personality. Deadly, potent, lazy, and that affects its combat stats. So a deadly monster is very dangerous because deadly actually means it has all of the benefits that some monsters might have from a personality.
And keep in mind, because he's kind of outclassed here in level, he's kind of getting Shrek'd a little
Yeah,
bit here.
haven't hit this guy.
And she cast
I grow stronger with every passing moment.
ear-piercing
Monster
laughter.
damage by 50% for 1 round and reduces hero armor mitigation chance by 80%.
Nice. Oh,
Dang!
Big, let's go.
nice roll.
So I'm gonna try. Oh, I meant to do a skill there. Shoot.
You just crushed it. Oh wait.
So Clank, so I want to call it another. Why don't you open up your character screen? Let's talk about Clank real quick. Or sorry, your inventory screen. So if you mouse over the armor, you can see armor mitt proc chance and armor mitt amount. So the way armor works in this game is every time you're hit, you have a chance to mitigate, and if you mitigate, you will mitigate for the combined amount of your armor mitigation. So let's say you have a 20% chance to mitigate. Actually, let's go to your character screen and see what your chances are.
Flu doesn't like the dice sound.
Sound
Turn-
effects is what you
turn
turn off.
sound effects down.
Okay, so notice here it says armor mitigation amount 7, armor mitigation proc chance 11%. So 11% of the time when you're hit, you will mitigate 7 damage. That's the Clank.
This is this is one of my favorites. So my level 19 warrior I had a 91% proc chance, and it was thirsty. All right, I'm gonna try and just knock this sucker out.
Overhand chop.
Skill before we even hit. Nice.
Nope, Howie.
Rugged.
Rugged.
We can also just turn auto roll on if you guys want to see kind of what that looks like, but I don't know.
You just killed her. Easy.
How will the fairy queen know where I am now?
Wither beneath my blades.
Nice.
Come on.
Oh, there we go. Some stretchy robes.
What that
Let's see
looks
it.
like.
Let's see the stretchy robes.
So it's a 17.28%. I can't even equip it yet. I have to be level 4. This is a 6% proc
So
chance.
this
I'm
is a big
definitely-
upgrade once you hit level 4.
Definitely equipping that once I can.
And you know, if you well, keep going, but one of the big things really is items. To be honest with you, and we kind of saw that as we through the gameplay. Dying has a real significant penalty, and we'll show you that. But that's a big part of the game. That's a lot of fun.
So notice he turned auto roll on, and now there's no dice roll.
It's difficult to hit
Yeah.
me. Come taste my blade.
So he also hit me with Icy Touch, increase monster damage by 15% for 1 round, increase monster crit by 100% for 2 rounds.
Yeah, he is impotent. What does impotent mean?
Impotent me, I forget what it means. It's like low crit or low HP. I can't remember.
I live for
Can't
this.
perform
chunk
in
of
sexual
me.
situations. I can't remember.
Yeah, you guys are killing each other like.
Yikes. 10 damage. I'm gonna use my last skill for the day.
Overhand chop.
Oh,
Again, we're
better not
no
miss.
dice rolls here. Yikes.
Oh no.
Okay, wait.
Crit
I mean,
you.
if we die, this will be good. Okay, so we might die here. Okay, hold on.
And keep in mind, this also isn't unexpected, right? Because he's 3 levels higher than Sandwich Punch. So
Yeah, not the zone you want to be farming in. Like, we discovered Mysterious Forest pretty early. And I can't even equip the gear that's dropping here, so... Okay,
There you go.
got him,
Did it.
baby.
Ah, Kratos, have glory.
okay.
Some nice
Leather
loot.
boots of
saying
Martin. Okay.
So higher proc chance, and we've already discussed, adding a feature where as you mouse over, it can show how it compares to your currently equipped item. Yeah, I mean, anything with more proc chance on armor mitigation is big right now, but I obviously can't equip it. So it's like, here it's like, do I wait and just end my day because I have 1 quest left, or do I YOLO this and go, I'm gonna YOLO?
Let's just see. Let's see what happens.
Oh, nice.
Amidst the overbearing trees, with trunks
Okay, I won't
wide
ruin
enough to
all the
hide in
more
a
stuff.
dug troll,
We'll skip that so it doesn't ruin it.
All right, YOLO.
Well, I'm out of quests.
All right, we'll do
So-
the reset just to see. I want to let's show death real quick.
Keep in
Okay.
mind that reset, by the way, is just like a
Oh,
testing
baby.
UI feature.
Okay, so Sandwich Punch just discovered the daily quest. That's why it's in parentheses there. The daily means you can do it once a day. It's got better
You're
loot,
sifting
but it's
through your
also
bag as you
harder to
walk.
do. And
Skipping
again,
those
we just gave Sandwich Punch more quests. Obviously, you wouldn't be able to do that in game. But let's
And
go to the daily. Let's see. Oh
This
wait,
is
no, wait.
essentially like
And
what
the
day
button-
2 would be like.
Keep in
button
mind
healed
the
him.
button healed him, and I don't believe that's going to be the case, right?
No, they can't heal with a
Yeah,
button or get their quest back. with a
Yeah, yeah.
button.
So Mark's Sandwich Punch is cheating, and you won't be able to do that.
All right. So this is the daily. I can only do it once per day, so like my quests have to reset before I can do it. These guys are usually pretty chonky, and they
Wait,
have-
so why don't you mouse over the exclamation point? So what the game also has a level scaling feature where if you are pressing too far forward, there's essentially a point, and at this point it's 4 levels, where if you're 4 levels or more lower than the opposition, you incur additional penalties. So it's actually not that bad because it's only 1 level. You're on the perimeter, but it is hurting this. Okay, so he just hit for 17, Sally.
yeah. He got it. You can see he rolled a 12 with his giant. He has giant axe, giant club. He got 1 bonus damage and then 4 from status effect bonus, which is this increased monster damage by 30% because he casted Belch and Bash. That's for 3 rounds. So yikes.
Yeah.
Now let me answer. Keep going. Aphisto's question: from day to day, you get no automatic heal. That's incorrect. You do heal from day to day, so there is a free heal at the beginning of every quest
Come
session.
taste my blade.
Oh, okay, got it.
So again, I've got the auto roll on, kind of just zooming through this.
I live for this.
So I mean, I came into this full HP. We're like
What's he at?
neck.
So it
We're
looks
like
like-
neck and neck.
Yeah, this is one quest, right? So not very efficient questing right now.
Okay, that was a big hit for
Well,
me.
what's the benefit? Did you mention this, Bloater, of kind of the daily?
The daily's just enhanced loot, or higher chance for loot, but harder monster.
Nice. Slate it.
Kratos and glory.
Rugged.
Nope, no loot.
So honestly, it's like I've got 32 HP.
And look at the daily quest. It says, "Hey, you can't do this anymore because you already did it."
I'm going again.
I am the master of beasts.
Okay, this guy's level 7. That's
What's your name?
not gonna feel good.
Actually, I don't care.
So the level scaling will be even more impactful here.
This will be even more impactful. Let's see what happens.
I live for this.
So he mitigated you, which is why it shows armor mitigation of 3. So you rolled a 3, you did some bonus damage, but then you got mitigated by him, so you only actually did 2 damage.
You'll have to do better.
So I
than
parried.
that.
So you can see I mitigated 6 of his damage. He would have otherwise done 13.
Dang, son.
More.
Maul, he just casted, increases his damage by 30%.
Wait, oh, and because so do you see that? His status effect damage was boosted by Maul. Yep.
Yikes. All right, so if I flee, my quickness is 10, his quickness is 17.
So I want to show death first before. So let's just see if we can die real
Overhand
quick.
chop.
Oh no.
Oh shoot, you wanted me to fight.
No, it's fine. You can fight again.
I'll just fight again.
So,
So
I was going to show him flee, but that's fine. Okay.
You are
So,
an
and keep in mind,
intruder
flee
here,
is really
traveller,
important, and there are
man
skills
must
that will
pay the
guarantee
ultimate
that you get a
price.
chance to flee. So, for example, on my
What's your name?
playthrough,
Actually,
that was particularly helpful when you're riding the edge and you're like, all right, I'm gonna bail from this fight and go heal.
Nice.
Oh, you might not
Your
die.
will
Attack
never
aside.
stop.
And another thing to keep in mind, as you get late game, the skills get
More
it's a much
stronger.
broader set of skills. Like right now, I have the option between these two, and I allocated all my points into overhand chop, was essentially just like another swing, a 1d12 swing on top of my normal attack. You also get later, you start to get monsters who have just like insane parry and dodge, and so something like this can help a lot, where it reduces the parry for both the monster and the player for 2 rounds by 80%. Okay, wow. With 3 HP.
Unkillable. Hashtag won't die.
Seeing my own blood just makes me
So I have
and
we can also show
stronger.
death on my ranger because I have
Ooh.
her in a spot where
Snowy.
yeah, why don't we
went
show the
away.
death on the ranger, because I've got a lot more gear on that ranger too.
Sure.
But anyway, so like I have no option to heal. I have 11 quests. I'm obviously not going to end my play session, so headed back to town. There's a 1 quest. I'm gonna go heal, full heal.
Every now and then.
8 quests, 7 quests. What was that? A total of 4 quests to go heal from this zone. Obviously, the
1
further
quest
you
in,
get.
1 quest out, 2 quests for heal.
I am the master.
Yeah.
of
See, it's
beasts.
just like a strong zone, right? We
Some
keep
people
hitting
say
these
the
level
fastest
6, level
way to
7 guys.
art is through flowers.
Okay, so pause real quick. Let's explain.
They've never
Let's see if
picked up
persuade
slaves.
procs here. No. So persuade is dictated by your charisma, and you can persuade sometimes and have different
You'll
outcomes. It's
find
like a
it
non-combat
difficult to
outcome.
hit me.
Nice crit.
Yikes. We're also, yeah, I'm 3 away from another level up.
I grow stronger with every passing moment.
I might as well use my skills. I've only got 2 left.
Overhand chop.
These skills, in my later play hero, I was constantly using skills that reduce their dodge, reduce their mitigation. Yikes.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
Being
overhand.
being neck and neck, it's
My ancestors
ooh.
fought for
Nice.
me with great
I'm
power.
surprised you're putting out that much damage.
I know.
But
it's that
also
1
keep in
10.
mind, he traded a
Come
very good
taste my
axe or a very
blade.
good weapon from a hero that was further along.
Yeah.
So, again, and it's a trade-off though, right? Because it costs him quests to do that on his other hero. and
Skills
this
do
hero.
request. Skills do refresh daily. Yes.
And stronger.
If you Venmo me $20, they will refresh.
So this is just a really inefficient zone for me to be leveling in because I just used 4 quests on the previous fight, came back in, did 1, and I've got to go back now. I'm already too low.
Every now.
And we're back to 2 quests. So
Pink Ape, give us their
Yeah,
heads.
it's just
Some people say the fastest way to someone's heart
I'll
is
keep
through
this on.
flowers.
And then we'll go over to the
Obviously,
ranger
they've
here,
never picked
and
up a blade.
I'll show you how bad it feels. Still no persuade, unfortunately.
So a
Come
persuade is a
test my
random chance
blade.
for your first action. You can choose to try and persuade. If you don't use it as your first action, you can't persuade later in the fight, and it only procs about 15% of the time. So normally you cannot persuade.
You will find it difficult to hit me.
All right, we'll just zoom through this. Missing a lot.
You're boring.
Yes, I know, Kung Fu, you can disable voice acting. So if you're like, yeah,
Turn it off.
I'm
We'll show you
gonna
what it's like.
voice, you can disable voice right there.
Now, keep in mind, if you disable voice, though, it's going to be disabled for lore encounters and things like that, too. So,
Yeah. It definitely feels a little different. It is, if you're just like want to rip through it on 10 different heroes, probably not a bad idea.
and also keep in mind, right, the number of
Right.
quests here, we've calibrated the game such that, again, it's going to take between 10 to 20 minutes on a given play session. You know, that's about how long it's taken him to get through kind of 15 quests.
So I'm out of skills. I can't use any more skills. My only options at this point are attack. Later game, you have a lot more skill points, a lot more skill options. Right now, I'm kind of just grinding. Gosh.
Yeah,
Mastering
how did
variation.
Sandwich beat us? Yeah, we're not sure. We haven't reviewed the
The
video.
gameplay footage.
Yeah, exactly. I suspect some foul play here.
It was all in the it's in those later zones, man. I just had those yikes.
Do it.
I'm dead.
Oh no! Why?
Okay, so death is really bad. Obviously, hashtag don't die. Here, Sandwich has died. So the first step is he loses all his items except one. So he needs to pick an item to keep.
So should I give them like the pro tip?
No, don't give the pro tip.
Don't give the kit. Okay.
So
I'll
take
just
the
go
two-hander.
continue then.
Take the
I think I'll.
two-hander. Take the
Okay.
two-hander.
And
Okay,
I'm
so
backing
notice-
down 0 quests.
0 quests, 0 HP. So he's like, for now he's done. When he comes back tomorrow, he'll be able to start again. But that's a big hit. You can't buy any items here. So this is where you might make up some ground back, as you could buy some items from the blacksmith. The items in the blacksmith get incrementally stronger as you discover different zones. But the point is, those cost quests too. So it's a trade-off. Don't die.
Here's a predicament though that I ran into when we did the blitz. The items in the blacksmith depend on which zone you're in, right? Or how far you've progressed. And I'm in a zone that's dropping level 4 gear. So now the blacksmith is only selling level 4 gear to me, and I can buy it, but I can't equip it. So now I'm running out there raw dogging it with a heavy great sword, and that's it. Like I can't
Yeah.
buy this gear, I can't equip it.
Well, and you're out of quests. Yep.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I mean, to me, that was a pretty good. What else do we want to show?
I just wanted to show the
Why
I
don't
was
you
gonna
show
fight
a
the
hero
daily.
summon?
Oh yeah. Let me fight the daily real quick on this. So this is
This is the ranger here.
So this is a
So
dot,
what is?
a damage over time. So it does a 1 to 6 and then 1 to 4 damage over the next 4 turns. Again, I have auto roll on. We're just trying to breeze through this. So I hit 6. That's big. He's deadly. Deadly, I think, is the worst or the best affix for monsters. So this could be bad.
All right, so you did 3 damage, but you
There's
can
the
see
1
there.
dot right there.
Yeah.
Okay, crit, that's big. There's the 3 damage of the dot, and then you see that the status effect's now gone. I'm gonna apply the dot again. 6, okay, I'm getting lucky. 21 damage.
What?
Let's
What was
go.
that roll? Yikes! This ogre did
Alright,
not stand a chance
so-
against your thirst trap.
Well, you guys saw the death, so I won't wipe this character, but let us go summon.
I think. Yeah. Let's. Yeah.
So summoning shards are items you can find. They're items that are not yet NFTs, but when you camp, they become NFTs. Then you can use them like this to summon a new hero.
Keep
So
in
he's
mind.
approving some MetaMask transactions. You can't see it on the screen, but some MetaMasks are popping up. He's approving them. To answer Game is Life, the answer is no. Actually, I don't know. Deltoid Punch, if you're on, I can't remember if we said shared stash saves items. I can't remember if they're saved there. You'd have to defer to Deltoid. I can't remember.
What was the gas like? Keep in mind this is on a test net, so this isn't on ARB. So what this is kind of pretend gas right now.
I have been rugged on every Rift summon so far.
Hey,
Oh,
Uncommon Ranger.
So-
To answer Game is Life, yes, you can store some items in the shared stash. So instead of sharing them with someone else on your wallet, you just put them there to be exempt from the death penalty.
Should we just camp real quick? Or no?
Yeah.
Do you want to camp?
Let's show
Yeah.
me your inventory first.
I've got 2 skill books.
Yeah, so this is someone asked, well, how do you get NFTs? So when you camp, it'll say, hey, if you camp, you're done for the day. Are you sure you want to camp? So we hit yes. And now he's going to sign some transactions to convert non-blockchain items into NFTs. So they're going to move from his inventory to his wallet.
So that just camped saved. If you go look at my inventory, they're not there because they're now in what is called a wallet inventory, which is all these goodies that I've camped with on the
So
test
he's kind of
environment.
stacked.
hashtag rigged.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
So Quint, it's called shared stash. Go back to the shared stash sandwich. So it's called shared stash because the primary purpose is you can share with other heroes on your wallet, but outside of that, you can save items as like a secondary benefit.
I wish you guys could see the later zone. We don't want to ruin it, but I feel like that's where we really started to get competitive, and people either just took off because they found some sweet gear, or they were just like still grinding, like I can't get through zone 3. And items
Yeah.
become extremely important.
Can you show them the skills though? You don't have to learn it because I don't think you're high enough
Yeah.
level to learn a new one
So when
here.
you go to, you have all these, you saw all those skill books that were in my wallet. You can identify them. Once they're learned or identified, they become learnable, and learning it will essentially fix it to just that hero. Right now, these are on my wallet, so I could switch to, I'll just show you, I switched to the warrior and come learn, and those same set of skills are learnable, except obviously only the warrior ones. These are mage skills.
So
And-
you can skills are class exclusive. So warriors can only learn mage or warrior skills, but on the learned skills, you see all learnable skills because they're NFTs in your wallet.
And then I'll reset real quick, do my daily reset so you can see how allocating your skills work. So I have 13 skill points. I can go in and out of it, right?
Yeah, so take all of them out. Yep, there you go.
Now I have 13 out of 13. I'd be like, you know what? I want 1 grapple and 3 overhead chops. As I get other ones, there's a really awesome one for the ranger called Pocket Sand. Is that what it's called? Pocket Sand?
Yep.
Guaranteed
Essentially,
flea.
guaranteed flea, which is a huge saver.
So
And-
Quint had a question: how many skills can you use? There's 2 factors: your skill points, which is in the top right. Those go up by 1 per level. So by level 20, you have 20 additional skill points on top of your base. But then each skill has a cost to use. So these ones are 3. Notice the 3 points right there. So every time you choose this, it's going to allocate 3 of your points to the skill. Some stronger skills may cost slightly more or may be gated by a level requirement. So like the Death Ball of Hot Death might be higher level and cost more.
Yep.
Yeah, like this one's pretty awesome. Rending Blow, it does 1d10 plus 2 and reduces our mitigation chance by 15%. I can't learn it though because I'm not level 4.
So
yeah.
So is there anything else we wanted to show? I just want to be cognizant of the time here.
Yeah, we should
I
probably
think
wrap
I
it
think
up
we hit
here.
it.
Do you want to show them the leaderboard? Just, what it looks like.
So
Yeah, this is obviously a mock-up, but
this is a mock-up, but the idea is as you're questing, you want to know where you are, which is the bottom. That's 117. You want to know how many people are in the season, which is top right, 249. And you want to see the top 10 and how they're doing. So it provides you information about people in the season as well as your own progress.
Awesome. Anything else?
I think that's it. Do we want to do the giveaway?
Yeah, let's do the Don't Die giveaway. All right. If you haven't chatted yet, we've got 16 entries in here. Hashtag Don't Die to be entered into one of 2 whitelist spots. Right now, you got a 1 in 8 chance of winning. All right, let's roll here. Full Meta Alchemist. Nice. Okay, I actually just watched you chat Don't Die right there in the last second. So congrats on winning that. Type your Discord name handle in the chat and we'll connect. All right, Eric David Tippett, another winner here. Congrats. Put in the chat here for your Discord name and ID, so then we can contact you with instructions on how to claim that whitelist spot. Awesome. Okay. So we've got, honestly, I think we're really excited. I think as we kind of described to you guys, playing through together with friends, a lot of fun. And it ends up getting pretty competitive. We intentionally didn't want to show you everything at the end because that's part of the fun, right? And exploring the lore and figuring out what's kind of going on in this world in which you're playing. So any parting thoughts, Bloater Punch or Sandwich Punch?
Nope. Super excited. We're looking forward to it.
Okay.
Yeah, I would just say my final thought would just be the items. I love the items. I'm a huge Diablo franchise player, and just the dopamine hit when you get those like sweet drops, they're just out of control. And I dropped like a mythic item that rolled a couple bonuses on the same thing, and it was incredible item. It was probably kind of broken almost, but it was pretty awesome, and I think everyone's going to enjoy that.
Yeah, awesome. Well, everyone, thanks for joining our town hall here today. Mint is coming up here really quickly. Get the word out. And on the 27th here, and we'll have a lot of content that's coming out in the next week. Like I said, basically daily here between now and then. So stay tuned, and we'll see you next week.
See you guys.
Yep.